What Stoicism can teach us about women's rights. When you think of ancient Rome, you probably don't picture equality. Men ruled politics, armies, and households. Women were often seen as secondary. And yet, Stoic philosophy planted seeds of something radical for its time, the idea that women and men share the same rational soul, and therefore the same capacity for virtue. In other words, the Stoics saw dignity where society often did not. Take Musonius Rufus, a Roman Stoic teacher. While most philosophers of his day dismissed women as weaker or less capable, Musonius argued the opposite. He said, "Women as well as men have received from the gods the gift of reason. Why then should it not be proper for them to study philosophy?" This was shocking in an age when women were denied education. For Musonius, philosophy wasn't about gender, it was about the soul. If virtue is the only true good, then both men and women should be trained in it equally. The Stoics believed all humans share reason, the spark of the divine logos. That meant every person, regardless of status, wealth, or gender, has the same capacity to live with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. Epictetus, born a slave, understood this deeply. He taught that freedom doesn't come from social position but from mastering your mind. Applied to women, even in a society that restricted their roles, their inner freedom and dignity remained untouchable. Marcus Aurelius himself wrote, "What injures the hive, injures the bee. What injures the bee, injures the hive." For the Stoics, injustice to any member of society harms the whole. So what does this mean for us today? Recognize shared humanity. The Stoics remind us that reason and virtue belong to everyone. Women are not less rational or less capable. That was a social construct, not a truth. Practice justice daily. Justice means treating others as equals in dignity. At work, in families, in communities, ask, am I respecting this person's reason and freedom? Educate equally. Just as Musonius argued, philosophy and wisdom are for all. Encourage learning, growth, and self-mastery in everyone, not just one gender. Challenge inherited biases. Stoicism calls us to question conventions. If society is unjust, the Stoic doesn't shrug, they live according to virtue, even if it means going against the crowd. Model respect in love. Relationships rooted in Stoicism aren't about control or hierarchy. They're about two rational beings growing in virtue together. Stoicism was born in a world of inequality, but its core insight, that virtue is the only good and reason belongs to all, laid a foundation for dignity that transcends gender. A Stoic doesn't see man or woman as higher or lower. They see fellow travelers on the same path, called to courage, justice, wisdom, and self-control. If this perspective gave you clarity, tap subscribe and keep reflecting with us here at Stoic Principles. Because true philosophy doesn't divide, it unites us in what makes us human.